for vegetarians.
Oh.
So to defend or to deny the implication that she is a lesbian, someone was saying to me the very thing that all homosexuals say to Christian people when they're being challenged by them, is that it's their body and they have a right to do with it whatever they choose to do. To a man, every homosexual will say that. When they can't say anything else, that's their plan B. It's their body. They can do with it whatever they please. I'm sure many of you have heard or read that. You know, and so I didn't even address it with that person. I just go on. But in thinking about it, you know, it came to my mind that, wait a minute. You know, people are twisted and confused. Your body is leased to you by God. A lease has an expiration date. And if you don't pay make your payment, you get kicked out. That's why we see some people dying before their time. Or seem like they're dying before their time. You see, you're leasing the place, you don't own it. See, that's what they don't know. You know, this is my body, I can do with it whatever I please. Yeah, you can do anything you want until you're found out. And then, just like everything else, you know, things have consequences and repercussions. The body was given to us to be the temple of God. See, God gave us a body for our own spirit so He can, if we choose. Now that's the thing that God gave us. We have a choice. All our lives, we have a choice to make. Are we going to let God come and live in this body, this temple? You see, He has given us, God created us with the capability of letting Him come and live in us or no. That's the choice that we have to make. Or we can, you know, act like too many people do in this world, act like it's their body, they own it. How can you own it when you really don't have any control over it? In terms of if you try to nurture it and care for it and do all this stuff and treat it as special and feed it and clothe it and all the stuff that people do, you really still don't have control, because there's an event that happens whether you like it or not. You know, God come and repo that body when He feels like it. God put a time stamp on that body according to His wisdom. We really don't own it. We really don't. You know, when you really sit down and sensibly think about our lives and our bodies, we really don't control it. So it's really what was just an ignorant response, or it still is an ignorant response for people to say, it's my body and I can do with it whatever I want. You know, the saying, you know, because you're able to do something don't mean you should do it. So because you can do whatever you want to do with your body, you can fornicate, adultery, prostitution, homosexuality, you can do whatever, you shouldn't be doing it. You know, there's so much about life that, you know, because we get caught up into, you know, just making it, you know, working, playing, living, whatever we do, we get so caught up into it that most people don't take the time to really reflect on life, just find a quiet place and time and just reflect on life. And we go about in this falsehood. You know, we walk around in ignorance and we don't even know that we're ignorant. No, your body is given to you by God as a place that he wants to have the opportunity to come and reside in. That's what all this stuff is about. You know, as God work out his plan of cleansing sin forever. That's why we are here, and that's why, you know, God has given us this body, and this is why, you know, people come into this world physically handicapped or physically challenged, to be politically correct, and it don't mean nothing because that life is still in that body, because it's not about the condition of the body that God care about. God just, that body is just a temple to contain our spirit and the Spirit of God. It don't matter what it's like on the outside. That's why we have different styles of housing. You know, if a guy or if a person's missing a hand or a leg or a foot or whatever, they're twisted, they're distorted, whatever, it doesn't matter, because it's the inside that's most important. You know, I do this Ubering and stuff, and that I've gone to all over places, and you see some houses and places that people live. It's like, wow. Yeah, you see some beat up old sheet hanging off, you know, look just like some of them old country houses in Jamaica, man, or in a poor country. You'd be amazed. It's not the outside, it's what's going on the inside, because people just need a place, you know, to shelter their body from the storm and this and whatever, and God just need a body, you know, as he continued to prove that his way is righteous. That's it. It's not your body. You know, you're on a lease, you know, you're renting, and the great thing is God don't come collect his rent every month. You know, you can live there, you know, free of charge, but you still have to respect who really owns it. Our body is leased to us. And God in his mercy and his graciousness doesn't give us, you know, the end date. You can live there as long as I'm just trying to clear something off the screen and the thing switch on me. Yeah, God doesn't give us an end date. But you're still on a lease. Just the same. Understand this, man. It's not your body. You're leasing it. And God can come collect any day he wants to. And on the day of judgment, that's when you're going to give an answer for what you do and what you did living in this place. Yeah, it's not yours to do whatever you want to do. There'll be some people like to say there'll be a reckoning. Bless up.